Okay, sir. So I have shared the screen, sir. I hope the PPT is visible, sir.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir. Yes.
So a very good morning to all of you once again, and we'll start this today's session of IoT startups. And so my topic, which was given to me, was specifically in medicines. So, but other than medicines, I have also covered some more interesting startups. So I have kept this title as a IoT startups. So this will be the roadmap. We'll start with the introductions, and we'll see some examples of IoT, and we'll see what IoT, and now then we'll see the various applications of IoT, and then we'll talk of especially Indian so as we all are very much familiar with this emerging technology, which refers to the billions of physical devices around the world, which are now connected to the internet and using data and sharing the data. So this term was coined by Kevin Ashton in 1999, and definitely with the advent of this technology, our day-to-day operations have become very efficient, and it has improved the accuracy of or all the procedures or methodology which we are practicing for a long time. And finally, all of these are leading to the economic benefits for end users or for businesses. Refers to wide variety of devices, which could be a heart monitoring implant, or it could be a biochip transponders, which can be put on farm animals. It could be automobile with built-in sensors. For example, these days driverless cars are in much hype. Tesla's driverless car, which was introduced by Elon Musk, is one of the good example of the automobile with built-in IoT capabilities. So the things in IoT could also refer to devices which can be used for DNA analysis. It could be for analysis of food pathogens, especially which is more prominent these days, like infectious diseases, which can be monitored using different sensors. So because there could be millions devices which could be there. It's all about human imagination that capabilities or internet capabilities to devise many more devices which were not conventional internet devices. Basically, IoT, when we are talking of IoT, it basically covers those devices which were earlier not at all even able to to connect with each another with the help of internet. So they are now covered in IoT. So for example, nobody have thought earlier that a watch can be a IoT device which can help you to connect with your mobile device and to collect that and the data, like your pulse data, your heartbeat. These kind of things are now measured by smartwatches, which can give you a day. So these are very small examples. A light bulb that can also be switched on, or its color can be changed. So these are very small examples of IoT. So we can as fluffy as a child's toy, or it could be as big as a could be as serious as a driverless truck. So there could be even bigger, larger appliances which can also be a part of this IoT paradigm. So these are the smart city projects. So soon, we hope with the advancement in technology, this dream will be true. So it helps us, the physical world of our human being. The IoT is trying to integrate. It is trying to integrate the our physical world with the advancement of our digital world. So this is a more philosophical side of definition. So now, what are the driving forces of IoT? As we have seen, the term was even coined in 1999, and in fact, in early 80s or 90s, there were some devices like ATMs are very popular. So they are also a device which is also connected to internet. So there were devices earlier also, which we can see there is a exponential rise in the IoT technology and the IoT enabled devices. So what are the major driving forces behind that surge? So definitely the advancement in our sensor technology, which we can see, they are now more tiny, cheap, and there is a huge variety of sensors these days, and the cheap miniature computers, low power connectivity, capable mobile devices, and power of the cloud. So we'll see a brief about these. So now the sensors, you can see they are tiny sensors, very cost effective sensors, easily available, which can help uh, the end user to develop the IoT devices. We can see the computers, or we can see the processors. This is one example. This is a Lily tiny processor. It's a very lightweighted processor, and it's very cheap. It's even it's even working developing IoT devices. So this is just one example, and with the Bluetooth 4.0, which is a short-range wireless connectivity, which is very less power hungry. Basically, it consumes very less power in spite of its early versions of Bluetooth. Now with a small battery, this can work up to 2 years. So these are the interesting facts which has given a boom to IoT devices. The mobile phones which we are using these days are even more powerful than the conventional computers of early 2000 or of our ancient time. So these mobile devices are very much powerful. They can be used as a computing devices. So, and last but not the least, the power of the cloud, the advancement in cloud technology, which has given a very good support in whether it's a storage, whether it's a computing, whether it's analytic. So in all these services, the Google, Amazon like platform has given a boost to cloud technology, which is a backbone for IoT devices. So with all these, there is an interesting image I found on internet that says ABCD of IoT. So for A, it's like the applications available, and for B, it's a big data analytics that will be ultimately used on the data collected through IoT devices. And C is for connectivity and communication, and D stands for device. This is just one interesting image I found on internet. So yeah. Now we'll see how big is this IoT market. So according to a analyst company IDC, there will be around 41.6 billion devices connected to connected IoT devices by 2025. Or we can say the things. So around 40 billion devices will be connected through IoT, and according to an eminent firm Gartner, which says uh, which predicts that the enterprise and automotive sector will account for 5.8 billion devices this year. So this says the growing demand of IoT devices. that says the number of connected devices per person. So if we see in 2003, the ratio of connected device per person was 0.08. So, and now in 2020, the number of connected devices per person, or we can say as according to the population, is now 6.58. So that says, as per the advancement in technology, number of devices which are connected per person is also increasing tremendously. If we see the sectorial demand for IoT, so we can see that the utilities sector will be the highest user of IoT. So smart meters are in trend these days. Many security devices are also in trend, which are totally based on IoT. So there is intruder detections and web cameras. They will be the second biggest users of IoT. India, some big international brands like MG, they have introduced their internet-based cars. So they are smart enough. They are having lots of sensors, and they can also communicate. 5P, it's typical in almost all the things, like whether it's your logistics, whether it's your inventory, whether it's your end user, everything will be connected through IoT. So this will definitely help in creating more business and creating more accuracy and efficiency in day-to-day life, as well as in business. So a small estimate of the business revenue in different sectors. So that amplifies or encourages, we can say, the with the IoT, this will definitely, the IoT enabled devices or this IoT technology is going to improve the performance, and with the help of growing with the help of this IoT, the business cost will be reduced, and there will be more innovative services in the market, and this will ultimately help in creating more revenue or business growth with the help of IoT. The goal of IoT is to automate human lives. Hello. Sir. Hello. Intervention. I hope the audio is Clear? So there are some few applications of IoT. So home automation in building, manufacturing sector, medical and healthcare system, especially after this COVID issue. Many companies and hospitals, they are trying to invent some more IoT enabled applications for medical and healthcare sector. So in media, in environment monitoring, in infrastructure management, in energy management, transportation. So and for better quality of life for elderly citizens. So there could be a few applications of IoT. So there could be many diverse applications of IoT, especially if we talk of uh, health and body. So for patient care, for the monitoring of our elderly citizens, in fact, there are already some innovative products in market which can help you to track the health of your elderly citizens, or with the help of uh, some some wristbands, you can track where are they going and how is their day-to-day health. So in home consumer also, we can see there are many small products. Like now Alexa is very popular for a normal consumer. So there are many such devices, like light bulbs are there in these days, which can be used by a normal person also. So for transportation also, the use of IoT is much appreciated these days. For smart parking, it's a very big uh, area in which this IoT devices are being used. And for monitoring of traffic also, this IoT devices are being popularly used. So in building infrastructure also, IoT devices are popularly used. And day by day, every day, people are exploring more and more avenues where we can use IoT based devices. So this is the very big problem of parking. So it's estimated that with the help of IoT based services, the smart parking solutions can be developed, which can help people in parking cars in a proper way. So this is one more interesting area, which is of efficient waste management in smart cities. So that says the garbage cans will be having sensors which can send the signals to the garbage trucks whether they are full or not. So garbage truck will come and they will take the garbage, and the same data can also be sent to the recycling plant, to the municipal office. So this is just one example that says how this efficient waste management can be done with the help of IoT based devices. And in fact, in some cities, this is already in pilot stage. So this is one more interesting paradigm shift that we are discussing these days, that there will be online, that the shopping scenario will be changed altogether. There will be shops, or there will be stores or marts without any person over there. You can just go there, you can pick the desired items which you want, and they will the amount will be automatically billed from your credit card or debit card. So this is a paradigm shift altogether, uh, which is possible all through IoT based devices. So in fact, you can nowadays, it's been also in fashion, sensors or IoT enabled devices can be fixed in the pets or animals, which can give you details about them as well, about their health, about their travel, and like that. So definitely, like this, how many feet you covered every day, that can also be easily covered. This is also this is also one more how well do you sleep. They are now sleep monitoring system, the and whenever you sleep, they will monitor your sleep pattern. They'll give you data about your sleep, how much time you actually you slept. So these devices are there, which can also give you states about your sleep. You just need to wear them on your wrist. So adding more things onto those personal healthcare devices, where are we going? They can tell you about your exact patterns, to whom you meet, how many times you was angry, your mood was good. So they cover so many things about you. So they give you so much data about you. So it's a better way to even to realize about yourself or your best practices, that what things you are doing daily. So these kind of devices are there. In fact, the smartwatches, like Apple smartwatches there, they gives you lots of facility, lots of applications are there which can help you in tracking your own health. In fact, I've seen a Apple Watch some days back, which can even give a report about your a rough estimation of your ECG is also being generated through that watch, and the result was given to the connected phone. So it has become very innovative these days. With the help of these devices, especially in case of healthcare, these devices are of very much use. And now there are some companies like Mindwave. They are also working on some headsets which you can wear on your head, and they can read the working of your neurons, and with the help of that working, they can send the results. And now based on those results, you can build some applications. So that's also possible these days. So tremendously good work is being going on with the help of these IoT based devices. So in fact, there are some very big multinational companies which are working for the welfare of this entire earth or the environment. So there are some projects by Cisco's Planetary Skin, GE's Industrial Internet, HP's Central Nervous System for Earth, and Smart Dust. So these are some of the CSR initiatives of these companies. So they are based on these projects are dependent upon IoT based devices, and with the help of IoT based devices, they are trying to monitor the health of the Mother Earth. So these are the CSR based initiatives. So there is a very well saying by Peter Hartwell, which is a senior researcher at HP Lab. He said, with a trillion sensors embedded in the environment, all connected by computing system, software, and services, it will be possible to hear the heartbeat of the Earth, impacting human interaction with the globe as profoundly as the internet has revolutionized communication. So with all these technology and sensors, now eminent climate scientists, they are also working on measuring the health of Mother Earth. So that's a very, very big concern, to keep our environment protected from the pollution and all. So these IoT based devices are giving a very good support, so that because these sensors and devices can be plants on mountains, they can be planted inside in the rivers. So this gives us the data or what's going on inside in water, or what's happening in the about the air quality on mountains. So much things can be now monitored, and thanks to these IoT based devices, this everything is possible now. So coming on to the Indian startup ecosystem now. So in India, around 26,792 startups are relying on IoT. So this is the data by company Crunchbase. So in the market potential of Indian IoT market market is around 9 billion US dollar. And the interesting fact is most of these companies have started a few years back. So with the advancement in IoT, most of these companies have been recently started, and there is much focus by our government of India through its Startup India, Stand Up India 2014. So now the focus is on starting new startups, especially in IoT. So healthcare and manufacturing are some popular vertices which is attracting a lot of investors' interest in India. So these are some names like Things Cloud, Doxper, See How, Uncanny Vision, IoT Pods. These are some popular Indian startups which have been listed by NASSCOM. NASSCOM has given them a good rating that they are some of the shortlisted startup by in a competition of NASSCOM. So I'll cover some of them in the coming presentation. So this is a very interesting startup, Doxper, which is in the healthcare sector. So the core idea of this startup is the pen, which you can see here in the middle of this slide. This is the IoT-enabled smart pen. So whenever a doctor writes the prescription on the pad, so this pen has the mechanism which it can record the prescription, and it is Bluetooth enabled, so it send the data or the detail of the patient onto the app, and from that app it goes to the cloud as well. So this is a kind of patient's history or the patient health can be very easily monitored. There is nothing like you need to feed the prescription in computer, or you need to feed it in some application. So while writing only, entire prescription or entire report will be recorded digitally, and this will help when it goes onto the cloud. Further it can be produced. So this is one of the important breakthrough, Doxper, its pen. So it's Indian startup. So this one is a LifePlot. It's a device where it's also a IoT based device, which the name is LifePlot. It is very cheap and the most effective. It's a mobile electrocardiography diagnosis tool. The ECG, it becomes tough, so it's a very handy device which you can use at your home easily. And with the help of this device, you can perform your electrocardiogram at home only. See How, very interesting Indian startup, although it's not in the medical side, but still it's a very interesting startup. So see how they are making some IoT enabled balls, or IoT enabled cricket bats, IoT enabled other games accessories. Everything is IoT enabled. So, and there are concerning apps, and they have their own algorithms on the basis of these, so they can predict how well a player is playing. So and the data comes in real time. The thing is, so this gives a very good real time analysis of the performance of any player. So how you are batting, or if you are a bowler, how well is your spinning is being actually performed. So this is a very good innovative startup in India. So, and now they are they are assisting the emerging players that how should they actually uh, play. So based on the real-time data these devices are collecting, so they are now guiding or training the emerging sports persons of India. So this is a very interesting. Some more details are also, if you want, you can see their websites are also there. So they are most of the Bangalore based Indian startups. So one more startup. So I particularly covered this startup because they are this roller, and one of our alumni of our college, one of our ex-student, is a co-founder of this project. So this is also available. This product is also available on Amazon's innovative gallery. So this is a roller mini, the smart car gadget. So this is a kind of, and there is a corresponding application also, which you can download on your mobile phone. And with the help of this gadget, your car's health or everything about your car, you can see onto the application. For example, how is the health of your car's engine, carburetor, or the other essential parameters regarding car's health. And other than that, you can also found yeah, there is a GPS. For example, if your son or daughter, they are using the car, where are they going, you can track each and everything. You can also, there are some limits available. Let's say that your son or daughter, they are exceeding, let's say, the speed of 80 kilometers or 90, so automatically you will get an alert message that there is a speed violation. So you can call your son or daughter, you can ask them to be slow and be careful. So this is a very interesting gadget, and it's very cheap. It's not at all, it's a very costly device, it's a very cheap device. So this is the startup which is covered specifically, as one of our ex-alumni is the vice president in this company. And Mind Infotech, which was earlier Motherson Sumi, they have given them the angel investment. So this is roller. So this is Uncanny Vision. This is also one of the Indian startup. So it's basically it's a advanced level video analytics solution. So they provide a very accurate reading of the number plate of any car. Even if a vehicle is moving on a very fast speed, the smart solution of this Uncanny Vision can capture the number plate. Or so they provide basically this CCTV based solutions, but this is not an ordinary CCTV based solution. So this is a complete device, intelligent device, IoT enabled device, which has inbuilt mechanism, which has to, it can monitor the intruder detection, or it can real time feedback. It can generate, there is no need to appoint a staff or a man to monitor the screen of the output screen. So these devices are smart enough that these devices can raise the alerts if anything goes wrong. So this is also very interesting Indian startup, Uncanny Vision. IoT pods. So this is also one of the Indian startup. So they are pods, not like ordinary pods. They looks like ordinary pods, but they are IoT enabled. So when you plant something in them, you can see the results, like how much is the moisture in the soil, or the other essential parameters, which can give you an idea about the health of the plant. So for researchers who want to study the health of the plant, or they want to study more about plants, so this particular startup gives you lots of data about the health of the plant and many other parameters. So this is also one of the interesting Indian startup, which is based on IoT. So this is a very utility based startup. You can see here, this is a very small keychain. So this is a RFID enabled keychains. So you can just put your all the keys, or you can attach this into your wallet, or ladies can attach this onto their purse. So whenever, let's say, suppose you have forgotten your keys on a desk, and if you are going away from your keys, so this will give you an alert on your mobile that your keys are there on the desk, because this device can sense your proximity. And if you crosses a range of proximity, it gives you the alert message on your mobile phones. So you will not left your essentials anywhere when you have a find IoT device with you. So again, it's a very cheaper and a utility-based startup and very innovative idea to keep your essentials safe and with you. So these are it's a list of startups in different categories. So there are so many. This is across the world. Many startups which are working in different areas, in fitness, in education, in healthcare, industrial automation, and drones, robotics, home appliances. So this is a lot many startups. This is the data of 2018. So you can imagine by 2020 this could be a lot more startups across the world in IoT. So we can summarize that Internet of Things is so far which we have explored is only a tip of an iceberg, and there is a lot more to explore. And with, let's suppose, with the arrival of 5G, and when we have lots of very well internet connectivity, 5 with the help of 5G, I suppose there will be again a this there will be lots of breakthrough in this IoT technology with the advancement of this internet through 5G. So far we have seen so many good things about IoT. What are the challenges? So definitely sensing data, IoT devices, they have lots of data about your health. So there is definitely a issue of privacy of data, because those companies or can also provide the data to some hospitals or to some insurance companies. So there is definitely always a fear of loss of privacy of data which is being collected through IOC, especially if the data belongs to you, anybody else other than your doctor or your hospital, to see the private to see your private data. So other than that, there are still challenges of there is as such though no standard devices, so no standardization is still missing in most of the IoT devices, which makes interoperability difficult in many devices. So there are other issues like continuous power supply to these devices, especially when these devices are mounted somewhere at a difficult place where you can go and replace the battery. Internet still is a big challenge. It's not although its speed is good, internet, but still many times we don't have connections in between. We lose the connection. So when you are using IoT based devices for some real life applications, real time applications, it becomes really tough uh, when you don't have good internet connectivity or there are some battery issues. So these are some challenges which have been faced by the IoT enabled devices these days. So summarizingly, this is the this image or this pyramid says that with the help of IoT based devices, the data is being collected, which is the image. It says how this from IoT, how you can go from IoT to big data. It says the connection between IoT and big data, that how the data is being collected, and which is the information is being generated from the data, which gives you knowledge, and with the help of knowledge, understanding which is developed, and finally which leads us to the wisdom part. So this says how the emerging technologies like IoT, big data, and AI, how these technologies are interconnected. So with the help of this diagram we can see that. So with this I would like to thanks uh, all the viewers or all the members for patiently listening. So I tried to cover some of the good startups. So I hope uh, the presentation would be fruitful. So if you have any queries we can discuss here.
So
Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Anurag sir. Participants, if you have any queries
Thank
regarding
you,
the
sir. Thank you,
startup,
sir.
kindly you can ask with Anurag sir.
Sir, Anurag sir, on the behalf of the participant, I want to ask if you can address a little bit on if somebody wants to do some startup, where should he or she starts from? Like any funds from government, and also you like are very associated with these issues. If you enlighten us for startups of any kind, like don't think that it is about only healthcare and all, but any kind of startup, if somebody wants to start, how the government and the system or the policies are helping.
Okay, sir. Sir, the best way these days is through the Smart India hackathons, and I think the students of your college, they have already done very well in this. So because government is now in every year, you can see, sir. Earlier it was like once in a year, but this time government is organizing so many hackathons. Especially now they are focusing on the theme of IoT. So this is a best platform for students to just register their idea on Smart India hackathons and present the idea to the jury. And once selected in the Smart India hackathons, government itself, with the help of NASCOM, now they are providing funding to those ideas. So now hackathons are not limited to only like just you have won the prize and that's all. It's not about that. Now government of India, it's MHRD, with the help of NASCOM, now they are putting more efforts on providing seed funding. So government itself, now NASCOM itself, is providing seed funding to such startups which have been shortlisted through these hackathons. So and now they are only providing the funding to them, NASCOM. So this is the best thing I think which we can do in the initial way to get funding through NASCOM, through Smart India hackathons.
Okay, sir. So if any of the participant have any query regarding the startups, you may please ask. No one? So I hope there are no more queries, sir. So I thank on behalf of my institute, and thank you very much in person for coming and discussing this startup in IoT and biomedical instrumentation. So thank you very much to you. Thank you very much to all the participants who have joined us.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please, Deepak Jawar, sir. I am listening to you. Please.
Jawar Sahab, namaskar.
Hello.
Sir, yes, sir, Jawar Sahab, pranam.
Yes sir, you are audible.
वो चेहरा देख के मुझे बड़ा दिल खुश हो गया यार अनुराग सर. Sorry.
Sir, Jawar Sahab is my teacher. He used to be here in Bhilwara when I was studying. Jawar Sahab was here. He was lecturer in MLVT college at that time.
सर मुझे
So
introduction
we have a very wonderful relation with Jawar Sahab.
अच्छा मैं ये पूछना चाह रहा था अनुराग, वेरी गुड यार, अच्छा आपने ये IoT सब्जेक्ट लिया है. I wanted
just
to
tried,
ask
sir.
devices are communicating with each other through internet. I have a general question. So
Yes, sir.
will it make more traffic, that internet traffic more congested? So is there any solution for that? So many devices are there.
Yes, sir. I agree, sir. But the philosophy of IoT, so far as I have understood this, sir. So right now there are not so many devices, but in the future when there will be so many devices which will be communicating, so this philosophy is based upon the introduction of 5G. So it is believed that soon we will be having 5G technology with us, and we will be having very good internet bandwidth available. So when 5G will be there, sir, this streaming, because 5G, you know, sir, in 5G there will be antennas in every small distance. So this problem of network traffic will not be there when 5G will be there. So
Yeah.
I think this is more futuristic. IoT is more futuristic.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Anurag sir.
Ray, welcome, sir. my pleasure, sir.
Okay.
So that Ajmer sir,
Yeah.
like you are very senior to me also, and Anurag is your student.
Yeah.
So I want to say that this is what the beauty of teaching and learning.
Yeah.
That the seed which like you have grown up is now you are like talking to you and discussions, like if you know if you don't know something, then he's telling, and if he don't know something, you are telling. So this is what beauty of teaching and learning, I could say.
Of technology.
Great, sir.
This is the beauty of
Great, sir.
technology and tradition.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. It's my pleasure, sir.
Something we learn from students, something we teach them. So it is continuous process.
We all are students, sir. All teachers, I think we are continuous learners.
Are learners. Yes.
Yes, sir. That's great, sir. It was really wonderful, sir. Sham sir, Sudarshan sir, to provide me this opportunity, sir. Really, I'm very, very thankful, sir.
So thank you, Anurag sir, again, and thank you all the participants for being here and listening this session. Thank you very much. So we will meet in our next session at 11:45. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.